Welcome to Routt County, Colorado and the Yampa River Basin. Thank you to today's tour partner, the Yampa-White-Green Basin Roundtable.
Thank you for joining this tour for the Yampa-White-Green Basin Roundtable, one of the 9 basin roundtables in the state of Colorado, where we try to bring together all the water stakeholders, trying to drive locally driven water policy from the local area up to the state level. And the way that we do that is sort of with the Basin Implementation Plan, or the BIP. And we have like 8 goals that was originally set up. Those 8 goals deal with water supply gaps within the basin. And that deals with trying to keep agricultural have water supply, municipality have water supply, industrial have water supply as the power plant is up there, as well as environmental and recreational concerns.
The Nature Conservancy bought the ranch in 1996 from the Carpenter family, and it was important for the family to keep it a working cattle ranch with hay production. And we're currently still leasing the ranch to keep it an active agricultural operation. And one of the important things for TNC in purchasing the ranch was the riparian area and preserving it's globally rare, so it's the narrowleaf cottonwood, red osier dogwood, and the box elder make up the riparian forest. Those 3 species aren't that rare, but growing together in one location is very rare. And we have the largest example of that forest here on Carpenter Ranch. Carpenter Ranch has the oldest water rights on the Yampa River, and we have a good opportunity to explore water savings and water use right here on Carpenter Ranch.
This is the Walker Headgate. The original point of diversion, the original headgate, I think was from the 1890s. As you probably know, the Yampa is a beast as well, and it changes and meanders, and there was a huge flood, and it changed the point of diversion. And so I think in 48 they had to build this structure because the river basically left. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these. They're pretty simple. This is just a awesome concrete structure here, and then we have steel plates going down, and it's all controlled here with these giant wheels, so we can control the level, how much we're taking, if we want to turn some off. We have our own little mini versions of these headgates. We'll take the water off the ditch, whatever level we want it at, and it'll run into the hay fields, and we will flood irrigate. And actually this water will eventually go back into the river anyway.
We're talking about flood irrigation here, right? So if you look at a lot of the water use that's being pushed for agricultural, they're trying to do sprinkler, and there's a sprinkler system up there. There's a pivot right on top of the hill. Up there it makes sense that you can use a sprinkler system. You can efficiently get the water where it is. You can increase the consumptive use of that water because the plants are now all using just what they're getting here. Down here in this lower bottom, we're in the what we call the Morgan bottom here of the Yampa River, right? We're flood irrigating here. We don't want to try to change that because we're going to change the return flow back down for Maybell and Craig if we put everything here in sprinkler. We've already seen that in the Bear River where they've changed some sprinkler systems. Some of the wells are drying up, and the return flows are not there.
You can see when you look at the ground right here behind you, it's got cobble. The alluvium is very open and porous, and so as you flood irrigate, it perks down through here, and this is what gives us good flow in the river in the fall. That's one of the major contentions from agriculture is we want to be able to keep, the river corridor as a whole healthy, because it's not just the rancher's lifestyle, it's all of the riparian habitat, all the wildlife that counts on this. If we were to switch to just surface water sprinkling, that would be really detrimental to that whole habitat.
The Yampa River Corridor project is truly a multifaceted project. The project's composed of 2 components and 2 site locations. So we are at Site 1 here at Loudy Simpson Park. This will be the new home of a new concrete boat ramp access and parking. Having a larger concrete boat ramp will serve interconnectivity between the Yampa River coming from Routt County, Hayden, any of the river access points in between. 2-year construction period is what we're anticipating to complete the project, so hopefully open as a public amenity in 2024. So we are at the second site component of the Yampa River Corridor project. We are here at our city municipal water intake structure. We built the dam in about 30 years ago, and the purpose of that infrastructure is really to create the backwaters for our city intake structure here in order to provide water service to the town. So we will basically convert the dam into a multi-purpose structure. So we'll be able to capture within the 3-foot elevation drop that dam creates 2 recreational drop features for whitewater play. So when we reconstruct, we will take out some of the riprap that's may have some rebar or some other danger obstacles within the feature right now. So looking forward to, again, improved boater safety as well as aquatic and riparian habitat improvements and fish passage. It's largely an economic development project. We're mostly focused on diversification. So when the power plant closes, all 3 units will be closed by 2030, and then subsequently the 2 coal mines in our region will also shut down shortly after. That has a big impact here. You know, we can make the difference about what we want to see here for our future.
This is Elkhead Reservoir. It was originally constructed in 1974 at 13,700 acre feet by the Yampa participants, which is the power plants, really, right? The city of Craig has some water in there. The Colorado River District came in and they enlarged the dam for Colorado River District to store some water. There's water being stored here that they release during the low flows to help the endangered fish program. What I want to talk about, though, is that this reservoir and Stagecoach Reservoir, that's the reservoirs for the Yampa River, okay? So we have very limited storage on that. It's very important storage for this. The Colorado River District last year released water from this reservoir just to keep the call off the river. There's been 2 calls on the Yampa River, so having them be able to release some water to try to keep the call off was very helpful for Moffat County ag guys. We have a total of 25,000 acre feet here. Stagecoach is about 25,000 acre feet, and there's a little other storage reservoirs here and there, but they're very minimal. The Colorado River District owns the reservoir, but there's a biological opinion that was written on the Yampa River about how much flow needs to be during high flows, low flows for the fish. They're trying to hit those targets, so they work with the endangered fish program on how to release what water to release from that. We all have to work together. One of the goals of the Basin Roundtable is to develop an integrated management delivery system. The integrated water management plan is going to help us start moving that way that we can all collaborate together to deliver the water that we need.